Hello everybody, and welcome to Chinese with Pei on Perkins University. This video is going to be the first product review I've done. No, I'm not sponsored by them, even though that would be nice. I just want to let you guys know about this cool language learning tool that I have discovered, and you've probably heard about it, but I want to talk to you about it. So, it's the, I use it on my phone, but you can also just do it online. It's Duolingo. It is awesome. It's probably my favorite that I've used so far, and I've used a bunch of them. So it's got a bunch of different languages, and they're working on new stuff all the time. But it does have Mandarin Chinese. It's only simplified, so if you want to do traditional, they don't have that option yet. That's one thing that they could improve on when there's like I haven't actually looked for Romanian, but I know like Romanian has two different writing systems, and I don't know if they give you the option. It's likely that they don't, because they don't with Chinese. But what's really nice about it is, I think, is their incentivized review system. So instead of it just being like, well, your incentive is that you want to learn the language, they kind of make it a little easier to have more incentive, where you get, say, take the lessons for the language and divide them up into a bunch of different sections. And when you complete a section, you get a crown. And then you can go back and review that section, and each time you successfully review a whole section, all the different parts of it, you'll get an additional crown. And I think there's a cap on how many crowns you can get. I'm not sure. I'm still running through it. You also get in-game currency, or in-app currency, I guess, where you can use it to do things like, if you know you're going to miss one day, you can use it to freeze your streak so you don't lose your streak, or something like it, various things like that. And you can also use your reviews to replenish your health, because you do get a health bar. You only get so many mistakes before you're out of health. So it's kind of like a video game in that you have a health bar, but they do provide various different ways to replenish your health. And then there's various achievements that you can get throughout, like if you earn 200 XP in a day, which is another video game-esque feature they have, you can gain XP, then you get an achievement for that. And the one thing I would have them change with that is maybe have a greater variety. Right now there's 8 categories of achievement, and each one of those only has 3 levels. So once you've maxed that out, you're kind of done. And so it's like, so that's kind of one thing, if they could do more of that. The other thing they do to try and help you have incentive to do stuff is they have clubs, and that's pretty cool. So I created a club for people learning Chinese along with us with Chinese with Pei here at Perkins University. And if you wanted to join our club on Duolingo, our club code is F88QMY. There's actually already a lot of people on there. At the time of the recording of this video, last I checked, there's about 50 different people in the club. And there's a bunch of different club activities you can do. When you join a club, it opens up a whole new range of study and review it's really fun and really nice to just kind of do something different with your study. With that in-game currency, like I was talking about, you can get various power-ups. Like you get double or nothing, where like if you can meet your experience goal every day for 7 days, you get double what you paid in. So you pay in 50. Well, it depends on if you're using Apple, if you put in 50, because it's a set amount, but you put in 50, meet your goal for 7 days in a row, they will give you back 100. In addition to all the stuff you get throughout that week. Like I talked about the streak freeze. You can also replenish your health, or you can also do a day like, say you're just kind of having an off day and you know you're not necessarily going to be that good. You can get a power up that kind of shields your health bar, so you can have as many mistakes as you need to try and get that idea into your head. And like I said, there's tons of different languages on there. I'm on my third time through on the Chinese, just reviewing, and it's still fun. I'm learning Norwegian through it because I'm crazy. Yeah, my first dabbling in European languages outside of English. Let's do Norwegian. But anyway, a few things though that I would like them to change just in general is with some of their stuff, they don't have complete audio files. For the most part, they do. For the most part, they're really good, and it's but some of the languages like Irish Gaelic. My wife from Sody Pop, the channel Sody Pop, she's trying to learn Irish Gaelic, and there's not every word, every vocabulary word has audio to it. And with the Chinese section, sometimes to try and make sure that you're actually reading what you're putting in, because it does require you to learn to read, and that's what's nice about that app is it teaches you how to read and requires you to learn how to read. But to make sure that you're actually reading it with the Chinese, it'll kind of mix some of the characters up a little bit. Like put two characters together that aren't necessarily a word, but in the sentence you're translating, they go together. They go next to each other. And typically those ones, if they don't make a word, they don't have a word file to them. And sometimes the character's pronunciation changes when it's used a certain way. And we'll talk about that in our character series with some videos coming later. But yeah. Now one thing that I thought was kind of cool, these guys are really proactive about the stuff they do. And I really enjoyed that. So for a while, when I wrote the script for this video, they didn't have, the grammar was purely intuitive. You had to figure it out while you were going. And they've now changed that for Spanish, French, Chinese, and I want to say English. But I'm not sure it's English. But they actually have in there, as part of the lessons now, explanations of grammar principles as you go. And they're working on expanding that for other languages. So, I mean, I'm going to love it when they have that for Norwegian, because some Norwegian stuff I'm kind of like, why is it this way with this word, but that way with that word? No. Yeah. Some languages are weird. Well, to me, as a native English speaker. But yeah, so the one thing though to keep in mind is, so it is free to use, but that's because there's ads. You can get Duo Plus, where you don't have ads and you get some other perks with it, so it's not just like, pay us this much money and you don't get ads. There's a bunch of other perks you get, like there's a monthly streak forgiveness. Like once a month, if you miss a day, you can activate your streak forgiveness and it won't count it. It'll just pretend that day never happened. You don't get the experience from that day. It just doesn't count against you. So yes, that's Duolingo. If you have a language learning product out there, be it a dictionary or an app that you would like featured on this channel, let us know. And if you would like to support this channel more than just watching the videos and hitting that like button, go ahead and go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Perkins University, all one word, and you can do it on there. And last but not least, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button so that you know when new content comes out, and we'll see you next time on Chinese with Pei by Perkins University.